Genshin Impact Cosplay Day 5. It's gonna be a long one. So this here is what derailed me last night. That drapey bit that's gonna have the gem that goes there. This thing is gonna have to go under the shoulder pads. It's gonna have to have the drapey thing in front. It's gonna also have to suspend the cape in back. So that means shoulder pads, drapey thing, cape. Furthermore, this neck piece, it can't be drapey underneath that, because then what'll happen is this thing will go bleh, and it'll look terrible. What I had to fuss around with a lot last night was figuring out the best way to get the drapiness down here, which I just used some kind of stiffened muslin, and I tacked it in little places to kind of hold the folds, and I pleated it up on the shoulder, so I guess it's got a nice swoop to it. And then what I also did is I made a V-neck underneath with a dart, so that this whole place here is flat. I also did a pattern for the cover, which looks terrible right now, but it's going to have like an edge detailing to it. I've marked where it needs to attach, so it's going to need to attach right about there. Gather this pleating down so that it comes out from here. It'll look nicer than this, I promise. I'll attach the drapey white stuff to twill tape on the front and the drapey cape to the twill tape on the back, so those will be nice and solid. Then I'll attach the shoulder pad on top, and then the shoulder pad will attach to the shoulder. So, thus, the drapey bit, the shoulder pads, and the cape will all be one unit that will just, I'd probably just go over the head. It should be big enough to just go over the head. And then I'll either put snaps or Velcro or something on the shoulders so that those are fastened. As we come around to the back, we'll have our shoulder pad on here from which the droopy stuff. There will be 2 panels of cape, of organza cape that come down that are pleated from back here, basically a half circle from one shoulder, half circle from the other shoulder. And then what I'll do is I'll pleat a couple panels that come down like this. Where I have the facing line is where the bottom of the neck piece is. I've marked little dots here for where I'll probably put hooks. And I'll just bind the edge of the middle part of the cape. Hook, 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 hook. Should make a nice smooth transition from the neck piece to the cape. Then, this also led me down a huge rabbit hole. I've rewound my lights onto a thing so that they're easier to unwind. I had to figure out what the length of cord was from the battery pack to where the LED started. And then I had to figure out how I'm going to integrate it, because the LEDs basically need to wind through the whole cape. I'm going to start up here probably, or come along here, and then that will go up and down and up and down and up and down. I could either integrate the battery pack, I could run it down the back and maybe have it sit on the waist or something. Probably just sew a little pocket into the unitard, and that might be my best bet. The only problem is when you sit down, you have a big old battery pack busting you in the sacroiliac, which sucks. You always have to be thinking about what happens when your person wants to go to the bathroom. They could take the cape off, they'll have to take the vest off, take the unitard off. When you have your battery pack attached to the unitard, which is attached to a separate piece of the costume, then you got a cord that you got to somehow figure out how to thread. What I try to do is keep the battery pack with the costume component that has the LEDs, like hide it in a shoulder pad or something. I'm not sure if there's any place that I could hide it within that cape component that would look okay. It's a beefy pack. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna go get some coffee, and then I think I can finally get started cutting on the pleather. Hopefully we'll do another update later. Bye.